Hi everyone, I'm Cinder89 and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics. So, let's start with seeing what's in the Dorter Trade City shop. Also, the first shop is now open for those of you using Secret Hunt and been saving up furs. You can now head here and get items. So that is now open. Let's see the shop. Here we go. Hidden Knife. A sword for concealment. Shorter than standard swords. These are ninja swords if it has the kunai type symbol. As you can see, stronger than normal daggers. These have an attack power of 8. Very nice. So we definitely want 2. Murasama is also now for sale. Here, a particular sword causes much bloodshed in battle with its sharp edge. Attack power of 10. The description is interesting to me because if you draw it out, you actually heal with it. So I like that. It has two different things. Good evade, just like the other katanas, but an attack power of 10. Very nice. So definitely want one of those. Same rods and staffs. Muskrod is for sale here. It's a stronger pole. Has an attack power of 8. Or stick. Stronger stick is the game sometimes calls it. This highly expensive item is the sea bag. It's used by women only. Has attack power of 10 and gives +1 magic attack power. You have to be female to use it, however. A couple of new shields are also for sale here. We have the Ice Shield, which gives 28% physical evade. It absorbs any ice element. So if you hit by an ice element spell, you'll absorb that. No problem. You also take half damage from fire. However, you will have a weakness to lightning, and you'll take more damage. So, something to keep in mind. You also have the Flame Shield, which has a higher shield evade at 31% physical. You absorb fire, you half ice, and your weakness is water. I actually like the Flame Shield idea because there's not a lot of water type spells just in the game in general. It's usually a Geomancer type effect or a monster effect is usually water. Just thinking about it, there's not a lot of water type elements or abilities. So if you're going to upgrade from a Mithril Shield, you don't mind losing the 5% magic, or you've been using a Gold Shield this entire time, I would think about the Fire Shield, the Flame Shield I mean, maybe the Ice Shield if you know specific enemies. You know you're going to be seeing a lot of ice type spells. But I think the Flame Shield is a good bet. If you're worried about the weakness water, honestly, just stick with your gold or mithril shield. Because the shields are very expensive. A lot of these things are expensive. I saw the Murasama was 7,000. I'll have to come back and buy another one to use for draw out. Because I'm sure there'll be other things to buy. Twisted Headband is now in shop. It gives 56 HP and it gives +2 to physical attack. Usable by all classes except Monk and the heavy armor classes of Knight, Lancer, and Samurai. Everybody else can use a Twisted Headband though. This is where you've got to start making a decision. Do you want the unit to hit harder? Or do you want the unit to have +1 speed and go more often? This is just something you're going to have to test for yourself and try. The HP difference isn't large enough to merit just taking the Twisted Headband just for the HP. Honestly, if the unit does not use physical attacks, such as white mages, black mages, your mages, then I would just stick with the green beret and have the +1 speed. It's worth that much. The extra 8 HP, I just don't feel that's not really worth it. You're starting to see how hard units hit. You're probably going down in 2 shots anyway if you're a type of spellcaster. 2 to 3 shots anyway. That 8 HP, probably not saving you. The +1 speed just might. However, you can sacrifice that 1 speed to hit even harder. Maybe a good buy for Og, for being ninja. And a couple of other classes as well if you like to run up and hit things. Such as a squire. It'd be great if you're using a squire. Or even an archer. So there's those two. You just choose. Do you want a little more? Do you want more speed, or you want more attack power? But anyway, that's in the shop as well. Brigadier's still here for the 50 HP, and of course, you still have the wizard robe. Feather boots are now here. You always have float if you have feather boots on. Pretty good if you just want to float above the ground. Magic gauntlets are severely expensive at 20,000, but they give +2 magic attack power. I probably won't be buying one as much as I'd like. I prefer the wizard mantle, even though it's just +1 magic attack power. I like having the evade. But if you really want to squeeze all the magical attack power you can out of a character, this is good, although you'll probably have to do a couple of fights to save up the cash for it. Reflect Ring is in shops. It'll make it to where the character that has that on always has Reflect. If you're using spellcasters, especially a white mage, be careful with that because a lot of the healing spells will be reflected as well. So be wary of that. Something I didn't point out at Lionel Castle that would have helped: defense rings. Cancel sleep and death sentence. That pretty much negates nightmare. Actually, it does negate nightmare because that's what nightmare gives: sleep or death sentence. So having defense rings on could be really, really handy for the characters you just do not want to get those status effects. So there's something to keep in mind for that battle. Inkai Armlet is here. It cancels confusion and charm, and also halves damage from dark type spells. Would have been nice to have against Gafgarian, because I think it would have cut Night Sword's damage in half. Maybe. Defense Armlet cancels Don't Move, Don't Act. We've seen that. We've seen the Diamond Armlet for 1-on-1 cancel slow, and the mantles. Here we still have the Shuriken and Fire, Water, and Lightning Balls. X Potions are now for sale, at least here anyway. These are great. Restores 150 HP. Very, very handy if the characters know how to use X Potions. Anyway, they are now for sale. They are expensive, however, at 700. So if you really want to stock up on them, you'll have to probably do a few random battles. I'll buy 3 extra, because I don't even think I've taught Squirrel how to use them yet. So, anyway, they are in shop now at the beginning of Chapter 3, so that's a good thing. X Potions are great. And then you have the rest of the items that we've already seen. So there we go. That's in the Dorter Trade City shop. I'm going to go ahead and hit up Garland Magic City and Egros Castle. I'll head this way. And then turn back around and hit Zalon Fort City, Lionel Castle, Machine City, and the Wargillis Trade City. So if I skip over a city, it means nothing really changed. Or I'll tell you what types of items they have and compare them to another shop. That way you don't have to head there if you don't want to. So I'll head to Garland Magic City. See you there in a sec. Okay, in the Garland Magic City shop, there's nothing new here that wasn't in Dorter Trade City shop. In fact, it has less of a stock. The Seabag is here, the Muskrod, wizard staff. Your knives are here if you still need to buy a knife, like the platina dagger. It's still the highest knife. Twisted headband, same thing. Same clothes. Oh, that's the same, and the same potions. I just want to show this off to remind you, if you need knives for some reason, that you buy them here at Garland Magic City Shop, in case you forgot. So that's all that's here. So next will be Egro's Castle. See you in a bit. Okay, before we head into the Egro's Castle shop, there was something I wanted to point out. See how it's a door trade city? Here's another trade city, Wargillis. Those are the two trade cities that we have right now. If I remember correctly, the trade cities, it has to have trade city in the name. That's where you will find the first shops. You won't find them in other places. Like Garland Magic City doesn't have one. See, Egro's Castle doesn't have one. You have to be on a trade city, I believe. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's check out the Egro's Castle shop. Again, daggers are here. Ancient swords are for sale here. Very nice. We saw Gefgarian use these. More attack power, has a chance to add don't move. One more attack power than the coral sword. You lose the lightning elemental effect, but the chance to add don't move is very nice. An attack power of 9. Very good. I'll need at least one for Ramza, and think about if I want to pick up any more. Again, we have the giant axe. Here's a poison bow. Same attack power as the crossbow, except this one has a chance to add poison. So if you're using an archer that's using crossbows, this is a good one to have. If you're using actual bows, here is the mithril bow. No elements, but it does have one more attack power with an attack power of 7. Pretty nice if you're using archers and you're going this route. Mithril spear is now in the Egro's Castle shop with an attack power of 10. A spear with a mithril headpiece. Very nice. A step up from the spear. So that's no joke with an attack power of 10. I may grab one depending on funds. 1 or 2 for Og to throw. That's an attack power of 10. So, very nice if you're using a Lancer. Again, the Flame Shield and Ice Shield are here. We have cross helmets for the 70 HP, which is nice. Gold helmet for 60 HP. That's what's there. Gold armor, which also is 70 HP. Plate mail. That's what's here. Magic gauntlet. Defense armlet. See, the mantles are the same, and looks to be the same items, except here you can't buy the ninja throwing items. But that's what's in the Egro's Castle shop. Some pretty nice stuff here for your heavier armor units, and for the archers as well. So that's what's here. I may do some shopping, and I'll see you in the next town. Okay, here we go. The Island Fort City shop. So we got here poison rod, same staffs. Okay, that looks the same. Nothing new there. Here. Nothing new here as well. Okay, this looks like standard fare what we've seen in the other shops. This looks kind of like Garland Magic City shop in a way. Okay. Nothing really new there. Next we'll see Lionel Castle. At the Lionel Castle shop, you have a nice mix, but it acts quite a bit like the Egro's Castle shop. You have daggers here. You also have swords, such as the ancient sword, the axes, flail. You have bows here as well, both cross and long bows. spears and shields. You have the heavier type helmets. This is a cross helmet, so on and so forth. You have the heavier armors in this shop. Same accessories and same items. So there's that. Guess I'll try the Wargillus Trade City next. One sec. At the Wargillus Trade City, as you can see, you have a fur shop here. No other place has had it. I said, you have to be at a trade city. In this shop, okay, we've got the kunai, or ninja sword, as this game likes to call it. Yeah, the pictures of a kunai. Anyway, the ninja sword, hidden knife. The samurai swords, katanas. Raw staff flail. Okay, we've seen this setup before as well. Twist headband. The light armors and the wizard robe. Okay, that's all the same. Good. So it looks like you can get just about everything you want from Dorter, Garland, and Egros. But we gotta check the Goog Machine City. It's been pretty different so far, just in general. So let's take a look at that. Alright, let's hit the Goog Machine City shop. See what we have here. Again, we have the Ramada gun. Some bows. That's it. At least they updated their accessories to match every other shop. Again, no shurikens. You can get some extra bombs. And that all looks the same as well. So, there you go. Fill up on high potions again for right now. And those are the shops. Whew. Okay. With that, I'll head back to Dorter Trade City. One sec. Alright, made it back to Dorter Trade City. I think the rest of this episode is just going to be going over a few things in the formation. It's kind of been how I've been starting out the chapters anyway. So, why change now? I gave Ramza a twisted headband instead of the cross helmet. And the reason for that is for the extra attack power. He only lost 14 HP, the twisted headband still gives 56, plus he gets 2 physical attack power, which is what he's using, because he's swinging all the time, since he has item for his secondary. Again, he still has his gold armor, and I got him a flame shield as well. I already went over why I liked the flame shield. I figured it was a good buy, and of course, an ancient sword. For myself, nothing changed. Still have the wizard robe, still the green beret. You know, why have extra physical attack power when I'm really not going to be swinging physically? And if I do, oh well. Again, the wizard staff, and like I said, the green beret. Nothing really changed with Squirrel either. I turned Van into a summoner as well, so she can learn a few tricks. And she's equipped just about the same. She doesn't have a wizard robe. And I just didn't buy one. So, sorry Kitty, but there's a reason for that. Again, green beret for the speed and wizard staff. She has just as much magical attack power as I do. And I have a wizard robe on. Remember, females typically have higher magic attack power. I see I have one more physical attack power. Males typically have more physical attack power. That's just the way they did it. Also a ninja, now he's dual wielding hidden knives, which makes him even more lethal than he was before. I debated long and hard whether to give him a twisted headband as well. As you can see, I bought an extra one. just to really boost his attack power through the roof. However, I like him having 9 speed. It's just something about me. I like taking more turns. So, there's that. If you're not going to use the Green Beret, if you have a ninja, then the Twisted Headband is the way to go. Period. And just make your ninja that much more lethal. Get still the Wizard outfit. I could have bought a Brigadine, but I think the Wizard outfit will suffice. And of course the Wizard Mantle. Just for the evasion. Slim's still equipped the same. He knows some more tricks. The next time I use him in battle, we'll go over those. He knows some more calculations, I should say. And TK is equipped with the Murasama. And I bought 2 extra besides the one he has equipped. That way we can see it in action. Remember, it heals. And I gave him the cross helmet I bought for Ramza. So now he's wielding it. Or he has it. Equipped. Or 70 HP. I would actually give him a Twisted Headband as well, but he can't use it. Samurai. Remember, Ramza is technically a squire. So he makes very good use out of the best of both heavy armor and armor like that, or lighter armor like the Twisted Headband. So his Squire class is great. In Chapter 3, his Squire class does not gain anything at all. It's still the same as it was in Chapter 2. But it's still very good. And like I said, he gets to kind of use the best of both worlds due to how his Squire class is set up. And that's it. One other thing I want to go over is one ability. Half of MP. MP used when casting magic is half. This is out of the Summoner tree, if you remember. And now I have it equipped. That means Holy now costs 28 MP. And a whole bunch of other things are cheaper too, such as the Summon Attack Magic, which can do a lot of damage. Now, will only cost, let's see, Ruma costs 24, will only cost 12. Muga only costs 4, and Cure only costs 3. Half of MP is a great ability for your casters. Especially if they have a lot of higher costing spells. Half of MP is great. Can't stress that enough. I love half of MP. So, that's about everything. Next episode, we'll head to Golan Coal City and see what's going on there. So, until then, I'm Cinder89. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.